Good morning, students. Next definition is singular, non-singular matrices. A square matrix capital A is said to be singular if det A is equal to 0. If you find the determinant of the matrix and it is 0, then you say that it is a singular matrix. Otherwise, that means if det A is not equals to 0, that is either plus or minus, it is non-singular. So, square matrix is said to be singular if det A is equal to 0, non-singular if det A not equal to 0. Now, let us see one example. Capital A is equal to matrix 0 minus 1 2 1 0 3 minus 2 minus 3 0. Now, consider the determinant det A of the matrix. Now, observe this matrix. This is a skew symmetric matrix. So, we will discuss about those properties of skew symmetric matrices later now. So, now determinant of a skew symmetric matrix. Observe the determinant of a skew symmetric matrix. Now, you have to take the symbol plus minus plus. So, 0 into determinant of this 2 by 2 matrix. It will be 0 plus 9 minus of minus 1 into, now remove the first row and the second column. You will get determinant 1 3 minus 2 0. So plus 2 into, now remove the first row and third column. You will get 1 0 minus 2 minus 3. Now here the first element is 0 into something, so no need to write anything, it will be 0. So plus 1 into 0 plus 6 plus 2 into minus 3. So 6 minus 6, it will be 0. So remember that the determinant of a skew symmetric matrix of order 3 is always 0. So, skew symmetric matrix of order 3 is always a singular matrix. So, therefore, since det A is 0, A is singular. A is called singular matrix. Now, consider another matrix capital X. Another matrix capital X, matrix minus 1 1 0. Consider the determinant of X. So it will be minus 1 into 0, 1 into 1. So result is minus 1. So determinant of X is not equal to 0. So X is non-singular matrix. Now if det A is equal to 0, then it is singular. Otherwise it is called non-singular matrix. Very, very important. Next concept is system of non-homogeneous linear equations in 3 variables. In 8th, 9th or 10th class, you must have read these type of equations and you should have solved those equations and find the values of x and y. Those equations are called linear equations in 2 variables. We have 2 variables x and y. But now we are going to discuss about the linear equations in 3 variables. Remember, if you have 2 equations and 2 variables, then you can solve those 2 equations and find those variables. Now you can see you have 2 equations, x plus y is equal to 3 and x minus y is equal to 5. So you can solve these equations and find those variables x and y. So here number of unknowns is equal to number of equations. Remember that point. If number of unknowns is equal to number of equations, then you can solve those equations and find the solutions. Now here we are going to see the non-homogeneous linear equations in 3 variables. So let let us consider system of non-homogeneous linear equations in three variables. They are a1x plus b1y plus c1z is equal to d1, a2x plus b2y plus c2z is equal to d2, a3x plus b3y plus c3z is equal to d3. These are called non-homogeneous system of linear equations in three variables. The variables are x, y and z. We are going to solve these equations by using different techniques or methods in matrices and find the values of x, y and z. So these system of equations can be represented as Ax is equal to D. You can represent this system as Ax is equal to D, where A matrix A is A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3, and X is matrix X, Y, Z, and D is matrix D1, D2, D3. Now here A is called coefficient matrix. X is called variable matrix, and D is called constant matrix. So you can represent this system of linear equation in terms of x, y, z as Ax is equal to D, where A is the coefficient matrix. We have written all the coefficients of x, y, z. A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, and A3, B3, C3. And capital X is called variable matrix. We are going to find these variable matrix x, y, z. And D is called constant matrix. Now we are going to use different techniques to solve these equations so that we find the values of x, y and z. So next method is Cramer's rule. In solving the equations of linear equations in three variables, we use different techniques. One of them is Cramer's rule. Now consider the system of non-homogeneous linear equations in three variables. A1x plus b1y plus c1z is equal to d1, a2x plus b2y plus c2z is equal to d2, a3x plus b3y plus c3z is equal to d3. Now those linear equations can be written as Ax is equal to D like this. If you multiply these two matrices, you will get these equations. So that we represent this system of equations as Ax is equal to D. We know that A is called coefficient matrix, X is called variable matrix, and D is called constant matrix. Now let us discuss about the Cramer's rule. In Cramer's rule, we find delta, that is det A, which is not equal to 0. Remember that to proceed in Cramer's rule, you need to find the value of det A. That det A must be a non-zero number. So we find det A which is equal to delta. So delta is equal to determinant A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. We find the determinant of the matrix as delta. That is delta is equal to A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. If you arrange the numbers in between two vertical lines, it will be called as delta or determinant. It will be called as determinant. Now, further you need to find delta 1. Delta 1 is the determinant of the matrix obtained by replacing this first column with constant matrix. So you need to replace first column with the constant matrix. So D1, D2, D3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. That is the delta 1. You have to replace first column with D1, D2, D3. And delta 2 will be A1, B1, A1, A2, A3, D1, D2, D3, C1, C2, C3. That means you have to replace the second column with the constant matrix. And you have to find delta 3, that is determinant A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, D1, D2, D3. That is you have to replace the third column with constant matrix. So that in this way you need to find delta, delta 1, delta 2 and delta 3. Now by Cramer's rule, Cramer is the name of the scientist. He has given that value of x is delta 1 by delta and y is equal to delta 2 by delta and z is equal to delta 3 by delta. So in this way we find the values of x, y, z. You can verify your values whether they are correct or wrong by substituting in the given equations. Now this is the method. This method is known as Cramer's rule. In this method you find delta, delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 and x is equal to delta 1 by delta, y is equal to delta 2 by delta, z is equal to delta 3 by delta. Now let us see how to find or how to solve the given linear equations by using Cramer's rule. Now given that solve by using Cramer's rule, x minus y plus 3z is equal to 5, 4x plus 2y minus z is equal to 0, minus x plus 3y plus z is equal to 5. Now we are going to use the Cramer rule and find the solution. They will ask you like this, okay? Now see this, given system of equations can be represented as Ax is equal to D, where A is equal to matrix 1 minus 1 3 4 2 minus 1 minus 1 3 1. That is the coefficient matrix. You need to write the coefficients of the given equations. Coefficient of x is 1, y is minus 1, z is 3. Here 4, 2, minus 1, minus 1, 3, 1. And capital X is equal to matrix x, y, z and D is equal to matrix 5, 0, 5. You are going to find this variable matrix. Now consider det A or delta. Det A or delta. So delta is equal to determinant 1 minus 1 3, 4, 2, minus 1, minus 1, 3, 1. So result will be 1 into 2 plus 3. I am taking the determinant of 2 by 2 matrix. 2 plus 3 minus of minus 1 into, now we will be having these 4 elements. So 4 minus 1 plus 3 into 12 plus 2. So 5 plus 3 plus 14 3s are 42. So delta is equal to 50, which is not equal to 0. Now you can proceed in Cramer rule. So delta not equal to 0 means A is non-singular. Now you can solve by using Cramer's rule. Further you have to find delta 1, delta 2 and delta 3. Now delta 1 is equal to determine 5, 0, 5, minus 1, 2, 3, 3 minus 1, 1. So it will be plus minus plus. So 5 into 2 plus 3 minus of minus 1 into 0 plus 5 plus 3 into 0 minus 10. So it will be 5 into 5, 25 plus 5 minus 30. So the result is 0. Remember that delta 1 can be any number, delta 2 can be any number, delta 3 can be any number, but delta must be a non-zero number. Now delta 2 is equal to determine 1, 4 minus 1, 5, 0, 5, 3 minus 1, 1. So plus minus plus. So 1 into 0 plus 5 minus 5 into 4 minus 1 plus 3 into 20 minus 0. So 5 minus 15, 5 3s are 15 plus 60. So result is 5, 0. So delta 2 is equal to 50. Now let us find delta 3. Delta 3 is equal to determine 1, 4 minus 1 minus 1, 2, 3, 5, 0, 5. So plus minus plus 1 into 10 minus 0 minus of minus 1 into 20 minus 0 plus 5 into 12 plus 2. So 10 plus 20, 14 5s are plus 70. So it will be 100. So delta 3 is equal to 100. Now you have delta, delta 1, delta 2 and delta 3. So by Cramer's rule, x is equal to delta 1 by delta. So x is equal to, what is delta 1? 0. So 0 by 50, you will get x is equal to 0. And y is equal to delta 2 by delta. So y is equal to 50 by 50. So you will get y is equal to 1. And z is equal to delta 3 by delta. So 100 by 50, it will be 2. So z is equal to 2. These are the solutions. That is, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1, z is equal to 2. Now you can verify your answer by substituting in the given equation. They have to satisfy the given equation. Now put 0, 1, 2. 0 minus 1 plus 6. It will be 5. 0 plus 2 minus 2. 0. 0 plus 3 plus 2. It will be 5. So this is the method Cramer's rule. So for homework on this method, you have to send me a request. Thank you very much.